welcome to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. Today I am working on Scraplift Crafternoon, and ironically I will be scrapbooking photos of Jasper, who just jumped up on my desk space. I'm going to try to squish him out of the way a little bit. I will be using Smitten. This is a Tracy Reed collection that I have downloaded, and you'll see an official Tracy Reed design team layout and video for this later in the month. But I was looking at the photos that I chose for this scrap lift and realized that this collection was the perfect colors for it, so I'm going to use it for this as well. This picture is, I'm only using this side, and this of course is Jasper when he was 6 months old. And so these were taken in September of 2016. So he's 5 months old. Just a little guy in these photos. So I have all of this here. I have a few embellishments here. And I have this set of alphas. These are from October Afternoon. Not sure where that one came from, but I'm going to put it here so it doesn't get lost. But I'm going to pause. We're going to get started. I will probably bring in a few more embellishments, perhaps. We'll see. I will be right back. I realized I wasn't recording before I started cutting the paper. So what I did is I cut a 1/4 inch by 12 inch strip of the stripe, and then I cut of the blue, I cut a 2-inch strip of it, and now I am taking the tone-on-tone gingham and I'm creating 3 photo mats in 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, and that gives me the sizes of papers that I need to complete this layout. I'm going to go ahead and mat all of my photos on the pink gingham. Now I realize that it's pink and I have a boy kitty, but you know what? He doesn't care what color I use. He doesn't care if I scrapbook him at all. So pink it is. And to be fair, I don't know if you've watched my channel for very long. When we first got him, we were actually told he was a girl. And I named him Phoebe. And as it got closer to his first vet appointment, I kept thinking, this is not a girl cat. Nope, not a girl cat, I don't think. But when they're really young, those organs actually look very similar, and it takes some time for you to really be able to see the difference. Anyway, let's not continue talking about cat anatomy. So I've got the 2-inch piece of blue on that far right, and I went ahead and I adhered the stripe. Now Lisa matted her photos in black, and there was a black stripe where I have strip where I have my striped paper. And I just chose to do it just a little bit differently. I'm still practically creating this layout exactly the way that Lisa did. I'm just using my own product and quite happy with how it turns out. So what I was doing there is I was actually measuring how much of this pink heart that I need, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut down more of the gingham as well, because I want to tear some pieces that go on the bottom half. Now I can't tell on Lisa's original layout for sure. I am using the pink gingham to actually help me measure, or not the pink heart. I'm actually using it to help me create a mat that you really don't see underneath the photos because how the sizing that I made it. But I'm just kind of giving myself a good idea of how this is going to look when I get it done. So I'm using my tearing ruler. I have no idea where this thing came from. I thought it might be a close to my heart product, but it's not labeled close to my heart, so there's no telling where it came from. Anyway, I don't like the big thick white bits left when you tear paper, so I usually take them off. And I am going to adhere this pink gingham to the heart. and then I'm going to go ahead and get my photos placed. So the pink gingham is going to go on the underside of the heart because I thought the darker color was a little bit heavier and I felt like it would draw your eyes down and help create that illusion of a full matte behind these photos. And so all I am actually doing here is just adhering the sides, and then I'm going to take this leftover product from my small foam dots, and I'm going to use it in place of fun foam to pop up that middle photo just a little bit. I just like the extra texture and depth that gives, and so I don't know if Lisa did that on hers or not, but this is how I am going to go ahead and get mine done. Now I'm going to go ahead and trim down the top of this. And my thought process is I don't really want it to show fully, but you're going to kind of see that it is back there. And I had too much at the top, so I went ahead and trimmed that off. No worries, I'm actually going to use that piece, which is kind of awesome. Now I'm going to take the blue piece and I'm going to cut, it looks like another 2-inch strip, and it's going to be, I think it's 2 by 8.5 is what I measured the strips and the mat behind the photos to be. And I'm going to kind of pull this blue up here and put it up at the top to kind of mimic what Lisa has at the top of hers. I'm going to tear just a tad bit of it off, and this time I'm not going to use the tearing ruler. I feel like I had a little more control doing it by hand with the smaller paper. And so I'm just kind of putting that up there, and then that little piece of the pink heart that I trimmed off the top, instead of wasting it, it's going to go right there at the top of my title block. Now my title is going to be a little bit different than Lisa's because I'm not going to be using a lot of small letters in between big letters. My small letters are actually going to end up in that blank space that you see right now. Now I am kind of giving my layout some placement and making sure I have room for that 4th photo down there. I just chose a close-up of his face from when he's sleeping in the bean bag as that photo. And now I'm just going to use a little bit of the embellishments that I have set off to the side. I really wanted to use the moon from the embellishments, and I think I actually use almost everything that I pulled to create this layout, and I don't think I actually bring in anything else. So at the bottom I have a little embellishment that says "so sweet." I know you can't see it. You'll be able to see it in the close-ups at the end of the video, and also when I push the layout back up. So I'm going to go ahead and place the rest of my title down. Nothing is glued down at the top, so things are falling apart, and that is okay. I'm just going to put Sleepy Boy there, and it's going to be kind of Love This Sleepy Boy. The Love This is on the moon, and I will use foam adhesive to pop up some of these different things. I really like the Everyday Moments banner there, and I have some really tiny little hearts that I want to make sure that I add to this layout, mostly so I don't lose them. Easy to do. I did print and cut all of the embellishments for this collection, so I wanted to get a little bit of the embellishments on this layout. I'm pretty happy with the way that this looks so far. Alright, I got my layout completely finished. I want to wish Lisa a happy birthday. We are so blessed to have you on our Scraplift Crafternoon tribe. I hope that today and this week is an amazing week for you. This was a great layout to scraplift. It helped me scraplift some kitty cat photos. I still have a ton of those left from 2016, so I am definitely glad to have gotten 4 of them on a single page layout. Does mean I'm going to have to rearrange my September 2016 album because I took photos from 2 locations in the album that I had planned layouts, separate layouts for each set of photos, so I'm going to have to fix that and maybe take out some more photos and combine them as well. I want to thank you for coming to my channel today. I really appreciate those of you who take the time to like, comment, and or subscribe. Please make sure that you check out that description box below. There is a playlist. There is also a list of all of our channels and Instagram accounts. Sometimes we post stuff on Instagram that doesn't get put on YouTube, so you might want to check out those Instagram accounts. And you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. Bye.